Okay. Hello and welcome in, everyone. My name is Sugi Yamagawa, and today on VTubing my slow life hobbies in my 30s, we're back. We're back at the table saw. We're back playing. We're back at it again, playing with some wood this time. I've got some plywood here. So today's game plan is to make a washing machine riser. The washing machine I have at home is one of those side loader types, and because it's a side loader type, well, I have to bend down to get my clothes in and out. So I'm wanting to make a platform to raise the washing machine up, and hopefully I'll have to bend down less. And that's essentially what today is going to be a sort of simple but nice little quality of life improvement upgrade. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I've already cut this plywood down to one of my dimensions, and that is, in this dimension, it's going to be 29.5 inches. But in this dimension, I want it to be 3 feet long. Because right now, this is 4 feet long. I literally just took a full sheet of, so this is 3/4 ply. Technically, it's 0.7. It's a little bit less than actual true 3/4. But we can actually worry about the thickness of the plywood once we actually start getting to what's the thought? There's a thought there. Building the verticals. Because for now, this is just the platform. This is going to be there's two pieces. There's going to be one on the bottom, one on the top. And they're going to be what the washing machine and the platform rests on. And also, I'm going to be doing some stuff. I'm also going with sheet goods for the top for some reasons. But we'll talk about those reasons later. Stock line. Up where I want it. Snap. Banga. That's my line. It's a line. So, with the line, take our piece of plywood, shimmy it over to the edge. So, for this, I am going to be extra here, and by being extra, I'm going to clamp this bad boy down. Because usually when you have larger pieces of wood, like when I was originally cutting this off the full-size sheet, I didn't need to clamp things down. The reason I didn't have to clamp things down that time was because of the mass of the plywood. It would resist moving. So this is the reason why I want to have this clamp, is I don't want this piece of plywood to wiggle on me. Is my game plan. I want this to stay still when I push my saw through, because if it shifts, my saw might hit my table saw stand, and that would make me sad. Hello, Clippy! How are you? I hope life's treating you good. But yeah, we're about to make some saw noises. So, actually, wait a second. I don't know. Problem is it's actually a pretty big... Bad life is treating me like shit. Oh, damn it. How dare it? Actually, you know what? Yeah, when life treats me like shit, I just go get ice cream. That's my solution. Is I go get ice cream. worst trip ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's some actually real pretty. My friends have been bringing me ice cream. Great, good to hear. Oh, and also it's good to actually, man, that's actually good though, that you actually have friends that'll bring you ice cream. It's really important to, it's always good to have people in life who will bring you ice cream. Right now, my friend is just bugging me about our upcoming trip this weekend. Because he is absolutely terribly excited. So, this is our first piece of plywood, dimension to dimension. So it's 29.5 from left to right, top to bottom. No, we're 3 foot, 36 inches, left to right, then 29.5 top to bottom. And then I gotta do this to another piece of plywood. Cue up the next victim. New victim. He stayed the first night to binge watch a show I've been trying to get him to watch for ages. Oh, that's good to hear. Nice. It's always like that's like people who like really support you, like that you can bug about a thing and then it's just like then all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of like life stuff hit you in the face and then it's like, hey, can I just have you do some solids for me? Like bring me ice cream and just hang out, be cool. Cause that's like one of the better things in life, I think, is like having people you can just be real with. Or just genuinely be yourself with. Because not everyone gets to find people like that. Okay. That touch over. Or fantastic. We watch Stench Armstrong and the Flex Fighters because it's the best superhero show no one will watch. He admitted it was a hidden masterpiece. He's amazing. Yeah. It's always good to have people that, one, not only you can be proud of, but also brag about. Which is basically the 2 friends I'm going to be hanging out with this weekend. Is the friend, my first friend, he's gonna... We've known each other since like 2001. So, granted, it's kind of scary to think I have known a human being for like 25 years. And then the other friend I met in college, and we met in 2010, but we didn't start hanging out until in 2011, so we've been hanging out for 15 years. The fandom might be in the double digits now, oh gosh. Oh man, that's how I feel about, there's an anime that came out based off a light novel called Malu. It's literally the hero and the demon king, and it's one of those fantasy hero and demon king stories, but the hero and the demon king actually team up, and they basically tackle the various issues of both the demon world and the human world through social economic policies and stuff like that. There's literally only 30 fics and not even just finished, just Thanks. Sounds great. It's a great show, but I was actually at an anime convention once, and I saw 2 cosplayers from the show. Well, they were cosplaying characters from the show, and I kind of like walked by them. I was like, "Oh man, cosplayers from Malu, that's great." And I was like, "Wait a second, you know what? That is not something you see like any normal like anime convention. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna ask for a picture." And I went up to them, and I said, "Excuse me," and they immediately started laughing because apparently I was like the first person that actually recognized the characters, and they had basically been walking around the convention floor all day. So they were more than happy to pose for a picture, and it's just like great. It's always fun finding people who appreciate the things that you appreciate. So, now time for more power tool noises. Oh, that's technically less than ideal, but that was just a case of mini kickback. Okay. Oh, through the cart. So that is now our plywood. That is our plywood dimensions. So these will make up the top and bottom. If someone cosplays Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters, I'll give him 100 pounds because I'll be the only one to recognize them. Oh. Woo. That sounds great. Okay. Woo. Man, I just keep bumping things. So, these are 2 4x4 posts. So these are going to be the actual verticals. So these are going to be the pieces that I'm going to use to connect each side of the riser. Ooh. Look at that. Just picking up splinters now. Hey. Splinter picking up. So yeah, you guy, and... Hey, what happened to my speed square? There was a speed square floating around on my desk. Wait. Oh, that's probably what happened. I actually emptied it, emptied my tabletop at one point, and must have put that it. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's under the broom. It's under that broom over there. It's like Mr. Fantastic and Spider-Man had a baby, and then had the best plot and supporting characters and villains ever. Oh no. That's a square, but that was not the square I will stop talking about Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters now. And there's nothing wrong talking about what you like. I'm currently trying to figure out what I did with an important tool I own. Because I had to clear out my my standard workbench for the cooking stream on last Sunday. And I don't know where my square is. Okay. I have genuinely lost it, so. I do have this square. So, I can be square whenever I want. Oh. My goal for the risers is I want to raise the washing machine 10 inches up. So I'm going to have 2 pieces of plywood. Each piece of plywood is 0.7 inches. So combined, both pieces of plywood will give me a close to 1.5 inches of height. So for these guys, I'm going to do them at I'm going to do them at 8 3/4. Is there a reason why, or is it just so it can be tall? So I have a side loading type. Actually, I have picture, Bueller. Let's see if I actually remember where it is in my downloads. Oh, that should technically be it. Oh, hey, there it is. And then we'll Control F. There we go. And we'll drop. Drop it some more. There we are. So it's basically a normal dishwasher. Not a dishwasher, but a washing machine. But you can see it's a side-loading one. So I want to take it and I want to raise it up. So that way I don't have to like bend over as much to load and unload the washer. So, and the thing is, you can kind of see there's like an outlet at the bottom of the cabinets. That's literally a normal washing machine. Yeah. It's a normal washing machine. But I want to raise it. I want to get it like up off the tile floor. I don't want to put as much pressure on my back when I go to load and unload my washing machine. So, and it's also going to make it easier for me to like check the washing machine for clothes, because socks and small clothing items like that tend to get like stuck, and you got to spin the drum to make sure there's like nothing sticking. So I want to just raise it up 10 inches. And then that's going to take a lot of pressure off my back when I'm doing laundry. Today's build is simple, making life a little bit nicer for myself. That is the game. And hello, Flash Vid. I hope life is treating you well. I think it's just America that has top loaders. They're very common in America. But the side loaders are actually more efficient machines, which is the reason why when I needed a new washing machine, I got a side loader. Edge of this with our first mark. That allows me to carry my line from this plane to that plane. And then I basically go around the piece of wood because I have to cut this multiple times. Life is lifing, but it's going all right. Okay, so it's so sounds like things are going for as well as for most people as it is for me. Because last Monday I sprained my right shoulder, and then at the beginning of this month I was sick. I was really sick for the first week of August, and then I was just like kind of sick for the entirety of the second week of August. So this month has just kind of been kicking my butt. Which is also another reason why I'm going why today's stream is basically like a simple stream. This is literally gonna be, because we're gonna have 4 of these guys, and have our 2 pieces of plywood, and then we're gonna have some cross bracers, and then they have to put it together. So, as far as builds go, this is very straightforward. Good thing did happen, but it's on my YouTube account, not my personal account, so I can't tell you. Doesn't matter too much anyway, since I can't bring my cat back. Oh god. Well, I'm glad stuff is happening on your YouTube account. Good. Okay, so I'm set to 1.5 inches. Nah, I need to raise that. I need to get at least halfway through, so raise this up. So I have a small gauge here, and that's my not YouTube VT VT account. What's a VT account? Okay, I actually don't know. I don't know what a VT account is. VTuber. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Like you. Oh, no. Other VTubers. You are a VT. Yes. Yes, I am. But it's pretty good. It's pretty alright thing, though. Okay. So, now that I've got a little bit more depth, because here's the thing. This blade is not very big, but wood is very big. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do a cut one side, roll, cut one side, roll, and cut 3 sides. And then at the 3rd one, I should be done. We'll see. Oh. You know what? You may not know who I am, but for all you know, I could be famous. Hey, if you're famous and that, then hey, good for you. Like, sincerely, like, I mean, I know where I'm at in the world. I am pure hobbyist at this VTubing thing. Definitely not famous. But that also means I can also be more chill about it too. So, I think I have a touch too much depth. So, since I had a touch too much depth, I'm gonna kind of back it off a little bit. Take a little bit less of a bite because I'm pretty sure I just cut more than halfway through that, so. Honestly, I'm gonna do a cut through on this and, well, actually, I technically should follow the kerf. If I follow the kerf, then it makes sure that my cut face will be flat. Okay. Woohoo! Oh, look at that. And it's clean. It's clean. It's flat. Even better, it's going to be stable. It's going to be real stable. And it's got a good bit of heft. And I like heft. Purple. Yeah! That's the fun thing with cedar. It is so incredibly pretty of a wood when you're first working with it. The purple will actually turn into the shade of brown eventually as it oxidizes. Also, I'm going to be covering this part up with plywood. Smells nice too. Oh gosh, Eastern red cedar smells amazing. Smells like old pencils. Also, hello and welcome in, Sensoka. But yeah, cedar is a wonderful material. So, fun thing I can do with this is I can use it as a reference piece. So, by having things flat here, strike a line. That's how you can make pieces consistent without using one of these bad boys. Is using your project pieces to reference against themselves. This isn't as... It's like me. Cloning. Yes, we are cloning our project parts. Because right now I have one project part and I need 4. And there we go. Our line has transversed the whole post. Funny enough, these actually aren't going to be true feet. And then this part, that's just scrap. To the bench. Because what we're going to essentially do is we're going to have 4 of these posts. We'll have a sheet of plywood on top, sheet of plywood on the bottom. And then these are actually going to, they're technically going to be posts in this project. But since we're kind of like halfway through cutting these guys, so if this was normal, say something a bit more static as far as like furniture, I'd probably go the 2x4 route. So if this is a piece of cedar 2x4 for the posts. I built multiple pieces, like a fancy bed instead of a chair I got. Yeah. Oh, but the reason why I'm going with a 4x4 for the post rather than a 2x4, because I could do 4 2x4 posts. That would be enough. That'd be enough wood to easily hold a washing machine. However, though, there's a little bit of a wrinkle to the nature of this project with it being a washing machine riser, and that is the washing machine shakes. So in a 2x4 only has this small amount of material in reference to the top piece of plywood, versus the 4x4 has a much larger reference area to the plywood. So when the washing machine runs, the 4x4 post has a lot more. Well, one, it also has like more mass to it. Like there's just more wood. Because for large skyscrapers, a lot of them will actually have what's called a tuned mass damper. A tuned mass damper, basically a big heavy ball in the top of the skyscraper. And when the winds push the skyscraper side to side, the tuned mass damper with its mass, it takes, like, the skyscraper will move, but the tuned mass damper will be delayed, and it acts as a damper against the motion of the tower with the winds blowing on it. So for this project, I'm wanting to use larger, heavier posts to resist the shaking and movement of the washing machine. So, or at least that's the idea. So, that's the one we've been using for references. The cedar's going to get parked under the table. My tracking has been clipping out. And that is just because I'm at the edge of my iPhone's viewing range, I suppose. So we have this. Listen. Flush. Not have it flush on the sides. Strike the line again. I got a washer dryer. Nice. Everyone told me not to, but it's amazing. It seems to shake less, but it could just be that it's touched less shareable stuff. That's cool. My boss actually got a combination heat pump, dryer, washing machine that GE makes. And so far, he likes it. It doesn't dry as good as the old dryer, but he likes the performance of it. And I think he also likes the feature of you can just like throw your stuff in there and then you kind of get to forget about it for like 4 hours. Granted, for me, even though you did see a standard dryer in that picture, I actually do a lot of my clothes drying with lots of, gosh, what's the word? Like those fold-out laundry like drying racks. That's how I generally dry my clothes. Hello, Mr. Yamagawa, cool heads. Aw, thank you. They're kind of beat up though, because, well, you know, life beats me up sometimes, but that's fine. That's what I like. I can leave the house and come back to clean clothes. Yeah. And also, GBs, I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, for now, I just finished tracing lines. And with lines finished being traced, I can grab a tool and play with that tool. I would use racks, but then I would get mauled. Oh, oof. What did I miss, Sugi? Hi, everyone. Hello, Mr. Spock. When it's sunny, I put them out on the line. Man, Flippy, I wish I had, like, a really good spot to put my, like, to put a clothesline, but I have way too much garden at my house. I've taken all the good spots for a clothesline, and I've just planted plants in those spots. There they are. And there is piece number 3. of 4. But yeah, we're still very much in dimensioning parts. Part of the process, Mr. Spock. But we're actually getting pretty close to doing some initial assembly. I was wondering where all the people were at first. Oh, what, like, chatters? Oh, like, here's the thing, like, anyone here in my chat is more than welcome to have a life outside this channel and see to their various life responsibilities. Or, hey, if you want to, like, if rather than watching me stream and you instead want to go get ice cream, by all means, go get ice cream. I will always be... People should take care of themselves first before watching VTubers. Now, if you take care of yourself and all your various adult responsibilities, and then you want to watch some VTubers, maybe watch a VTuber play with wood awkwardly in his garage, then hey, I'm your guy. Heavenly Ash. Oh gosh. Speaking of which, it's 11:36 here. Yeah, perhaps you should go to bed, Clippy. I mean, if you're sleepy. Like, I know there's some people who cannot, like, go to bed. Okay, good night. Good night. Have a good rest of your night. Well, actually, have a good night. Get a good rest. That way, you can tackle Friday. And that is the most important thing with rest, is rest enables you to do what you need to do so you can tackle the next day. Okay, so, I'm actually done with Square. Thank you, Square. Now hydrate. And let's do some more Saw action. And there we go. That is the 4th. And final piece, so 1 block of wood, 2 block of wood, 3, 4. We have ourselves 4 blocks of wood. I met Linky Links out for the night, and she wakes me up by meowing outside my open window. Sometimes 4 a.m. She has me trained. Oh no. Sounds like you need to detrain that cat. Oh. Oh yeah. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so normally I don't do so good, but today, yeah, I've got all these pretty flush, which is good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's also a good hefty bit of material. So, for now, I want to stack these guys off to the side, because we're going to actually go ahead and start sort of putting things together. If I ignore her, she comes back in 20 minutes. Oh man, that is an alarm clock right there. Woo! Okay. Now this is the troublesome part. Hey, Genie? Hold still for... Can I get you the hold... Actually. Stay put. And there it is. Cooler Coon to the rescue. So, it's gonna help hold up the piece of plywood while I work on my first couple of screws and whatnot. So, also, this is gonna be a polarizer. No, it's just going to be a it's actually more of a... This is going to be more of a platform for a washing machine. I'm going to put my washing machine on it. That one. The black one. That's my washing machine. And I have a side loader. And I want to get it higher up off the ground. So that way I can have a bit of an easier time taking my clothes in and out. And that's it. That's today's project. I would just cut up a pallet. Oh, come on. And stack them. Oh no, I would not do that. Not for a washing machine. The big issue with the washing machine is the washing machine shakes. It vibrates. A stack of pallets would not be stable enough for a washing machine. Vibrates, yes. I gotta deal with vibrations. Kinda show you where I'm at. That's the fun of it. Oh no, I don't want something that's like unnecessarily like vibrating and shaking and behaving in a way I do not want it to behave. That is why I am going overkill on each of these posts, because each post is going to get 4 screws. But that is going to make... You need a gel pad for the vibrations. So, funny enough, at work we use something called vibration isolators. They're basically like little plastic pads. That we'll put like furnaces and various like HVAC equipment on, and they act as isolators. I might grab some from work for this. Man, how deeply am I pre-drilling those? Oh, wow. Okay. So I pretty much have to, like, send this whole drill bit. But I want to have all these screws to help resist all the various vibrations. And we're also going to be doing some more stuff. To help resist vibrations, but that's going to be a bit later in the build. Or at least past the point where we're at now. Good news is, we're at a point where getting that, like, first foot on. Help. Coil springs. Ah, come on. You gotta go for, like, those coil springs they used to use in old carriages. Now, granted, I would actually like to find some, like, automotive springs, the bar spring types, because I still need, at some point before the end of this year, I need to make a fro. I have yet to make a fro, which that's going to be a blacksmithing stream. Granted, that's going to involve getting the forge up to actual, like, forge welding temperatures, and that might be challenging, but there's I actually found out about a place fairly close to where I live that sells, like, all sorts of, like, types of fire brick. And I think if I upgrade the fire brick in the forge, basically if I up the insulation and keep more heat in, I can get it up to higher temperatures. Ah, that's better. That's better. Because we really only want, like, the big burrs of the impact in that, like, last quarter inch. One more. And there we go. So, once we get a couple screws zipped in, that will be our second foot, well, our second post. There we go. That is post 2 done. Now we go for number 3. This thing's getting stabler and stabler. Granted, I still gotta worry about the cable for for the webcam because the webcam cable basically ran over the top of this area. Also, I'm surprised, Mr. Spock. We're normally a bit better about this. So, since we're actually just playing with the drill... Actually, wait a second. Ooh. Oh, I ran out of cord. Slack. There we go. Every college kid's favorite trick. Edge of a table to open the beer. Cheers. Good old Sam Adams. Add that to the hydration station, and back to playing with wood. That reasonably lined up. Grab. Wait a second. I think we got the camera turned a bit. There we go. That's better. I like that. Okay, let's get this first one. So once we get that first screw in, it will hold it, and then I can worry about drilling and setting the rest of the screws. And there we go. Now we do lots of drilling. Holes pre-drilled. Woo! Almost lost ya. Almost lost ya. That's 2. Or 3. And 4. Our block of wood isn't going anywhere. And now I get to flip this one last time. Oh, we'll do. No. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hot dog. That's what I like. Block of wood. There we go. Oh. guys back over here a little bit. Let's restock our screws. And we'll keep having fun. Ooh. Also so flush. Sometimes I get my hair bit off, but when I make everything nice and flush, it makes a part of my brain happy. It's like, holy smokes, I can actually do this. And a level that could be described as somewhat well. Woo! That drill bit is warm. One more. Awesome sauce. Okay, so that's all 4 feet on. So how we are going to be assembling from here on out is going to change a little bit. So we're going to kind of zoom ourselves out. Cooler, you are good support. Thank you. Thank you for your support of this build. Now we'll bring this down. And now you can kind of see the beginnings of the platform. Let's see, I have to be careful. Gotta be a wee bit careful. There we go. But yeah, this is the beginnings of the platform. So the platform's actually gonna go like. Oh. Sorry, not the best cable management around here. So this is how the platform's gonna be. So essentially, actually, yeah. So I've got the most amount of heartwood here on this side, so I'm gonna make this side the front. And while I'm thinking about that, pencil out and put front. Front. That'll help keep me straight. So now I get to go grab a piece of wood. The slightly tricky part where I want to check and make sure I'm flush here, side closest towards me, Also reasonably flush in the back. So this side looks good. A little bit proud. I think. Yes, that's good. Oh. We're gonna start here at the corner, that corner there. Because, hey, you know, this is just a good old game of find a corner, pick a corner, start having fun. The good thing is, since we're doing this, basically gravity is working with us. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about doing one screw and then doing the other three. I can just pre-drill all four at once and I'll be fine. And that is 4 pre-drilled holes for screws. Brandon, I initially thought this might have been a little bit... I don't know what I was thinking when I thought this might be a little bit wobbly. Oh gosh. There's gonna be nothing wobbly about this. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Okay. Well, this is about to be just like absolutely incredibly stable. I like stable. Well, stability is very important for this build. Honestly, I'm gonna go for the knot. Because not, well, why not? Or pre-drilled holes. And honestly, one of the reasons I went ahead and put it in the knot is it's easier to put it flush with the surface. Also, this is 3/4 plywood. It's plenty strong enough. we go. So that's one side of the world done. So I'm gonna push you guys. Far side of the world. Far side of the world. Drill, far side of the world. Now. Oh. Spin you around. That's exactly what they said in SpongeBob. Bring it around time. Then we'll do the last two posts. And then once we build the posts out, well, we'll see what we want to do after that. Ah. There we go. Ooh. This is probably going to be one of the more overbuilt things I've done, just because of all the force that's going to be applied to it. The full, undiluted might of a Samsung washing machine. Ah. Oh dear. There we go. With that, we got ourselves a platform. I dare say. Holy smokes. A solid one. A very solid one. So. Gather up my screws here. Yeah, okay. So, Give me an... Actually, wait a second. Let's see. So, I am going to... add a poll. Oh man. If I can spell. I have to spell. Wait. Ah, there you are, down there. Okay. So. There. Okay. And start poll. So, I have added a poll. The poll is, do I overbuild the platform? Now, so what I'm thinking about doing, just because of the additional forces that are going to be acting on this project, my thought is this. That is to take a piece of 2x4, and then and honestly, I could... These are actually... This one's long enough to go from this corner to this corner. I'll have to get a little creative with my marking. But we can get this in, like, actually, like, in between the posts. And the thing is with, like, So, when you add a piece of wood in this position, that's called cross-bracing. And essentially, what cross-bracing does is this is going to be the back of the platform. The washing machine is going to be acting most of its forces side to side on the platform. So we want to resist that side to side movement. And I'm thinking the best way to take this from, like, this is pretty solid, to just, like, absolutely wretchedly overkill, is to add one cross member here in the back. And I could either do... I'm debating on what I want to do. I can either go from this corner to this corner. That's the way to do it. Or do, like, a short one from here to here and from here to here. Or just do, like, one from this point to this point. So what that will do, the cross member, a lot of force is going to be putting shear-wise on the screws. Because the screws are going 90 degrees to the direction of force. But with a cross member, going from here to here, those screws are going to be at an angle to the direction of force. And then that will more resist the force. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. That's why there's a poll. And in the meantime, I'm a big fan of my hydration, so I'm going to hit the little homesteader's room, and I'll be back here soon. Okay, I am back. And we don't have votes, so I think I'm going to give it a little bit longer on the poll. Because I started it 5 minutes ago. And depending on what happens, hey, if no one votes, this project will stay at this point. And then we get to move on to phase 2. So, because the way today is going to go is there's either going to be primarily building this project to the point of overkill, or finishing this project and then starting another, because today's theming is on making it easier on myself when I do laundry. So, getting the washing machine up on a platform is going to help me out. It's going to make it easier to do laundry. But another thing that's going to make it easier for me to do laundry is to get my laundry baskets up off the ground. So, basically, today's theming is getting stuff up off the ground. So that way I don't have to bend over as much. Because that's the cool thing when you're like a person who like makes stuff. You can make stuff that makes like making like the next thing easier, which is like the table saw stand here. Honestly, the table saw stand was actually a really fun build. I've got my little cart down there that I primarily use for like campfire cooking streams, but it is also like my go-to thing to cut plywood on, because it has enough surface area to support a full sheet of 4x8 material where I can still like get a good overhang to cut off pieces, because I used it when I dimensioned these guys down. And you know, I have built a lot of shop furniture, but I've yet to, well, actually no way, I have built furniture for the house, because I did build the CD shelf project, I did the bedroom headboard project, and then I did the folding laundry rack. Yeah, I think those are the 3 main projects that I built that live in, like, the upstairs. Like, the upstairs living area, not the downstairs living area. Okay. It's been 8 minutes, and I'm going to end the poll. And no votes. Okay. Oh. Hey now. So, this project's done. Ooh. Oh, hey. I like that. Okay. You know what? It actually has like really good heft to it. It has a good heft. The platform. So. So I got this, and I have this. So these are our 2 offcuts from earlier. And so I took measurements of one of my laundry baskets, and one of them was 14 inches across. So these are 29.5 inches. This dimension, it should be about a foot. Yeah, they're a bit less. A bit less than a foot in this dimension. Top down. So, what I'm thinking about, essentially, we're gonna build the exact same thing we just built, but we're just gonna be using these for our pieces, because I think I should be able to fit 2 laundry baskets on this much surface area. I did some measuring earlier, and the numbers I came up with were 15. I was originally thinking doing it 15 inches in this direction, and then 30 inches in this direction. And these numbers are so close. It's just like I just want to send it with these pieces. So that's where I'm leaning towards. Because why take a piece of plywood, cut it down, have scrap from that, for when I could just probably work with this. Now, granted, if I need to like add it like extra wings to the side or something, that would be very easy to do. So I'm not too worried about that. Good evening, Dad's Old Shop. How are you? Oh wait, So, I just actually finished the platform. That was overkill. Scratch that. Week's almost over, thankfully. So, I finished the platform. I built it out of, well, actually, So, there's the platform. I built it out of scrap 4x4 cedar posts. At each corner, I've got 4 screws, 4 3-inch deck screws, top to bottom. And so, and one of the fun things I've been thinking about this build has been like, of all the pieces of furniture I'm ever gonna make, this one is probably gonna take the most. So what are you protecting it from, the Hulk? That's the thing, Dad's Old Shop. This is supposed to be a platform for a washing machine. So I would like to think I built this to the bare minimum number of standards that a Samsung washing machine can throw at it, because the level of like vibrations and force this thing's gonna take is gonna be a lot more than like most other pieces of furniture. And I just ran a poll that, do we want to go even further? You have a Samsung washer too with the song? That's Old Shop here. Like the yes. Well, wait. The one where it has like the dials and it goes dee doo 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 doo. Or, well, I actually don't know if, but it makes magic noises. It has unique chimes for every setting on it. The end of the cycle song, that classic music. I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah. That's the washer up there. And I know this is going to take a fair amount of vibrations, because that washing machine, probably about once a quarter, I have to take the washing machine and I have to just like turn it back into square, because it will vibrate itself out of square with like the nook it's in. So I knew, because I've done a lot of I've done a lot of projects where I've used like 2x4s for my posts, and generally speaking, 2x4s are fine. They will get the job done. But considering I was dealing with washing machine levels of force, I decided, hey, you know what? I have scrap 4x4 posts. Let's use those. And then I was also thinking about adding cross bracing to this just to go for like ultra overkill. But no one voted for overkill, so this is where this is at, and I'm currently... Is it to protect it from flooding or just floor scratches? So it's to protect my back. Because the washer sits... It's kind of low to the ground. I mean, if I'm willing to squat, it's pretty easy to like take my laundry in and out. But if I just like if I don't bend at my knees but at the bottom of my back, it does put some strain on my back because I'm getting older like everyone else. So I'm wanting to raise it up in order to take less strain on my back and have it at a more Basically, what I'm wanting to do today is to get my laundry routine to a more comfortable working height. And also, about flooding, my house will never flood. My house will never flood. If my house floods, Louisville, Kentucky is having a very, very bad day. It said like a man whose house will flood. My house will not flood. This house will not flood. Because I'm on a hill. Because here's the thing. So I'm in my basement right now. That washing machine is upstairs. Or if I get so much as a lick of water on this floor, Louisville has just broken so many records for floods. Like, it would be an unreal level amount of water just for water to touch the edge of my foundation. Because I don't live like on a big hill, but I live on a fairly good sized hill. It's actually the best kind of hill. I don't have to worry about well, actually, wait a second. I do have two retaining walls. But I don't have. But they're mostly to keep soil out of the driveway, versus like keeping my foundation safe. Rip to everyone killed by the gods for their hubris, but I'm different and better, maybe better than the gods. No, that's old shop. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is my location is very flood resistant. Because I didn't build my house right next to a river, unlike some people. Granted, I had no say about this house, literally. Because I literally just inherited it. I have to just deal with it how it is. I didn't think we'd get flooding on mine hill either. Boy, I learned. Wow. I mean, because I also have a sub pump and an injector pump. And actually, one of the projects I did last year is I dug a drainage ditch along the side of my house to take water from one side of my house, the west side, and send it to the south side, because the south side more gently slopes away from the house. Because on the... This is why I have a whiteboard. So the west side of the house, the land comes off a street. It kind of looks a little bit something like this, where I have a gentle slope from a roadway, and then I have the foundation of my house, but it's pretty, like it's really level in this spot. So what I did, I just did that. I just made a very, very shallow drainage dip in the yard, and I did that so whenever water comes from this direction on down, it hits the dip and sends it away from my foundation. And that is actually an afternoons of digging in my yard, and I actually noticed how less my sub pump runs since doing that, because we got a really big rain early last year, and my sub pump ran nonstop. It just ran and ran and ran. So I was like, I need to do something about that. So I made that drainage dip, and it's sure paid some dividends. I just never doubt water's power anymore. I mean, water's like incredibly powerful. Wonderfully powerful. Also makes good beer too. So, right now, I have these two offcuts from making the platform. And I'm thinking for these guys, I'll make like essentially what is another platform, but on casters. So what I want to do is I want to have a laundry basket here, a laundry basket here, and that way I can take, so I come from my bedroom, I take my laundry basket, I set it here, and I actually have an empty laundry basket in my laundry room for this, which I'll set here, and then I can sort my clothes into my laundry basket while having this. Washing machine's opened up, so stuff that's actively being loaded into the washing machine will get thrown into the washing machine. Stuff that will be done in the next load will go over into this clothes basket and then this process is going to happen until this clothes basket is empty. Because whenever I do my laundry, it usually takes me 2 loads to get the laundry done. So based off my measurements, I'm short by about 3 inches in my horizontal direction, but if I'm worrying about 3 inches, I think I'm just going to go ahead and send it with this. So to move forward with this project, I got to measure some casters. Because I have to find out what my height is going to be. Because I'm thinking I will want to make this the same height as the platform. But the platform is referenced to the floor. This project is going to get referenced to casters. And the casters are going to raise it by a fair bit. Because if I've learned anything in all my project building, buy nice casters. It is so incredibly worth it. Because one of these days, I need to rebuild my miter saw station, because my miter saw station is just on 2-inch casters, and it is so incredibly difficult to move. I gotta just rebuild that whole thing. One of these days. Another project, another stream. And to think there was a day where I genuinely thought I would run out of projects. Or like stream. Okay. Well. Technically we're at 4/4. Yeah, we're at 4/4, but I'm going to call this 4 inches. So I want my total height to be 10-ish, somewhere in that range. So both of these guys is going to give us 1.4. So for my supports, I had 2x4s. Here's a 2x4. And there's another 2x4. So Once again, we're gonna be taking 2 pieces of plywood and attaching them to 4 posts. These posts are gonna be made of 4x4s because these guys just have to hold a basket of laundry. Also, I've got a stick there. Tibet got hit hard with a flash flood. Yeah, because they had a glacier collapse. There we go. Also, on the hill argument and floods, you also have to think about where on the hill you are at. And for me, I'm kind of close to the apex of the hill. So gravity says, water runs away from my house, not towards it. So I'm gonna want 8-inch of these guys. Oh wait, whoa, oh no. Oh no, I don't need 8 inches. I need less. I missed the poll. You don't get to vote if you miss the poll. I mean, granted, it was whether or not I overbuild the hell out of the platform, or do I start working on this? So, I didn't get any votes, so I'm now working on this. Because I think the platform's going to be reasonably strong. Not too worried about it. Actually, wait a second. My magic number on this is 5. So, I want this to be 10-ish inches. It's going to be a bit more than that. So my caster is 4 inches. It's 4 1/4. Plywood is going to contribute 1.4 inches. So with 5 inches of 2x4 material, that gets me over 10 inches. Be like a touch over 10.5. Now, where did... Oh, square. Wait. Am I just losing my squares today? Oh, hey, I found that square. Darn it! This square was missing. So I used my chinois square. Now I have this square. But not the square I was using earlier. I just keep losing things. Doing an incredibly good job at losing things. So we'll get that marked out. And funny enough, like hee ha ha funny. I think I can get away because I have a pretty good gap between my 2x4 and my table. So I think I should be able to get away with this. What I'm about to do. Let's send it. Hey! It worked. It worked, but... I ran my saw through at an angle. And I got saw has been ran through at an angle results, and I would like to fix that. Okay, so I just had a pencil, which I thought it through. Thought I threw it on the workbench, but now I have to get my backup pencil. Okay. Let's see if I can square this up. Okay. I need a lot more room. Jeepers creepers. That was a bit challenging. But that is a lot more level. Hey, Block. I need you. Need you to be a reference piece for me. So I can get all these 4 pieces cut out. And then get this build done. At a reasonable time. In here, I thought I was gonna need 2 pieces of 2x4 material. I don't need 2 pieces of 2x4. I literally just need this piece that I'm cutting down right here. Wowzers. I'm getting covered in sawdust. And my air filter's actually doing really well right now. And I think it's also because I actually just finally bought I bought a pack of spare air filters. I would over-engineer it. What, the laundry sorting platform, or... Actually, here, you guys deserve to look at pretty wood grain. Because the time to be voting for over-engineering is actually over. These guys go away. Oh, that's where my pencil went. Got buried. Oh. Oh, union break. I love me a good union break. Now, I do have... Well, actually, wait a second. I wonder if these screws will be good for my material. Those look okay. Those are inch halves. It's okay, but I can do better. we've got access to better screws around here. That we do. So I'm actually gonna upgrade these to 2-inch. And then that's my bin of extra 2-inch screws. Also, at some point, this bin of screws is going to be empty. This is going to be a good plastic bin for sorting things. As for this, I don't know. I do like how the label wraps only on 3 sides. So if I want to reuse it but throw it in a shelf and have it high up somewhere, this side being clear lets me see what I stored in it. So, sure. This one's a touch big, but I think it will be fine. We don't have a great deal of force on this guy. So. Off to the side. Wood. And 1 drill. Ooh. Oh, did I make it angry? I may have made it angry. Oh dear. Let's see if we can get the GoPro to come back. Oh. Yeah! Awesome. Thanks for being a champ, GoPro. You could keep some urban chickens in the space under the washer, but you'd probably get scrambled eggs with all the vibration. I sincerely enjoy your commitment, Mr. Spock, to the urban chickens. So that's for 1. There we go. It's a running gag. Well, I do. Oh. It is good to have a good running gag. That there. Okay. That was certainly an unnecessary amount of spookiness. Stay. Behave. I don't need my blood pressure being raised like that. Woo, okay. So, that's 2 of our little posts. Look, they're itty bitty guys. Little itty bitty guys. Oh gosh. Definitely could use a beer after hearing that come crashing down. Holy smoke. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have to be a little bit forceful with this, because I don't want too much of a gap thing. Sure. And there we go. Whew. I don't know if I'm going to be able to trust this if I put it up. Screw for 1. Screw for 2. 1 more. Oh. We have this little bit of a nib. Let me go grab a pool saw. Because the pool saw is great for little nibs like. And there we go. Our nib is gone. Ah. Another wonderful can of beer finished off. Okay. I'm gonna put my big thing of screws on the other side. So I have that resisting this falling in that direction. I have my bin of screws resisting it falling in the other direction. So be reasonably secure while I get this small piece of 2x4 attached. Whew. Okay. See, I'm gonna make sure reasonably flat. And there we go. And now we can let it be how gravity desires it to be. So, second piece of plywood on here. Measure up, see how it is. Pretty good on that. And really the part is pretty straightforward here. Because this thing is basically getting like half the screws, the washing machine platform. And then funny enough, that actually used up the last of my Torx. Be a little bit challenging, but I think we can make something amazing. And there we go. Now, I cannot reuse my Torx bit. I have to find an appropriate Phillips. But hey, at least the Phillips will work out. And another. And there we go. That is a platform constructed. So now I have to decide which side do I want to look at. Do I want to look at the Do I want to look at the one with the sick knot, or... Ooh, wait. Oh, that one looks cleaner. Yeah, this will be top side. So, that's going to be bottom side. And I'd say it's time for a beer. Because right now, for this project, literally all I have to do is install casters. going to set my beer on my work table because I'm going to want to take this, I'm going to spin it, do stuff. And that's what a work table's for. Caster. Reasonably lined up on its edge. Let me get my box of casters here. Woohoo! It's Christmas. Fasteners. Caster. Caster. Holy smokes, it's a holy grail war. With that many casters. Woo! So, these are bolts and nuts. I'm not being nutty today. So we'll be using these guys. And these are Phillips, so I can leave the Phillips chuck out. Wow. So since I wish to be efficient, somewhat efficient, not terribly. I'm still gonna be good old Sugi at the end of the day. I need to double check that drill bit against. So I think this is a little too much drill bit for this screw. Oh, we'll come out here to you. Yeah, we'll go to 1/8. We'll go to the 1/8 for these guys. That should be reasonable. Ah! Oh! Yep, that, okay. Oh, that is literally the reason why I am doing this project. My drill bit hit the ground and I squatted to pick it up and my knees popped. So yeah, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. I'm old. So that's for that side. Ah. Here we go. So take care of that. Get our drive chuck. Load the screw. Oh. Oh. Huh, okay. Okay. I thought that was too much. Well, I thought this would work. It's too little. It's not removing enough material, so I'm gonna have to pre-drill with the other chuck. That's still my driving chuck. Because the fact it drove that hard meant my pre-drill hole wasn't. So, drill the holes out a little bit bigger and we'll see how they go. Hey, how's the building going? The building's going really good. Brandon, more importantly, how you doing? Oh. Because technically speaking, we're on our second project. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, solid. Need to get off to the side with you. So yeah, this is actually going to be a laundry sorter. That's why I'm adding casters to it. So this is going to hold 2 laundry baskets. So that way I can put a laundry basket on one side. And on the other side, I will have an empty laundry basket. And that's going to help me sort my laundry when I do my laundry. Because I do already now have an overbuilt washing machine platform. There we go. They're marketing a new type of cigarette. It's called a queen size, the same size as a king, with only a bigger butt. Wait, what? That seems weird. I need to make my life easier. Remember, when you have a combination of washers and screws, just get yourself an ashtray. It's not actually an ashtray, but I suppose you could use it as an ashtray. Maybe only one time, though. Ooh. You know what? I don't live with children, so I can live with that. Because the screws on this side of the casters, they don't have 2x4 to go into. So they're just kind of out there hanging out, being all pokey. But I'm single and I don't have kids, so I can have pokey pokes. Now, if I had kids to worry about, I would have to address that some way. And I could probably literally address it by just taking adopt urban chickens. I don't need to be taking care of chickens or kiddos. I don't know. I occasionally watch my sister's kids, but I do that at her house, not mine, so I can have more danger at my house. Granted, Uncle House is definitely going to be Danger House. Like, I genuinely can't wait for the day where one of my sister's kids goes up to me and goes, "Hey, Uncle Sugi, I want to build a thing." And I'm going to be like, "Kiddo, Uncle Sugi's been training really hard for this day, and I'm going to make you proud." Now, granted, they could also give me some impossible requests, like, "Hey, Uncle Sugi, I want to build a trebuchet. I'd be like, kiddo, you're too young to be operating a trebuchet. Trebuchets are like... They're like carnival rides. You gotta be so tall to ride the ride. Dude. What, teach my sister's kids how to build trebuchets? I mean, I'm willing to have STEM classes with kiddos. And be like, hey kids, we're gonna learn about gravity with a trebuchet. Oh man, that would be fun though. There we go. My mother put a sign on the chicken wall that says, I've childproofed my house, but they still get it. Oh, shucks. I was at a customer's house, and they had a sign on their kitchen wall that said, grandchildren make me thankful I didn't kill my kids. I think that's a really funny sign to put on your wall. Like, kiddo, I'm glad I didn't kill you because I get to enjoy your health spawn. Granted, that's the thing with grandkids. Grandkids are like the lowest level of commitment. Well, actually, no, wait. I'm Uncle Class. Uncle Class is a lower level of commitment to Hellspawn. There we are. Oh, that's loose. And it's loose no more. And that's good. So, at this point in time, we're down to 4 holes. I wonder if that impact's not like in the... hasn't damaged the chuck. Whoa. Pretty sure that drill bit does not like it when it gets twisted inside the hole. Okay. Last stretch. Oh no! I think it's done, guys. You go over there. And how do I want to do this? Oh look! Look at all the Stalactites of death. Oh, the things I can get away with by not having children in my house. Because if I had children in my house, I would actually... Because, like... Just keep in mind, this is going to be at, like, the floor level. Like, that is... Especially if there's, like, babies. That's, a baby getting an ouchie very quickly. And there's actually a couple different ways to deal with these. I'll show you one way. So, something you can do is get yourself a good set of lineman's pliers and put it over. So I just cut. That's not good for urban chickens. I'm not worried about urban chickens. So, actually, I just did it over a small part, and that took it from a very pokey thing to a very not pokey thing. Also, you could like take like little strips of wood and put like little strips of wood over it. But once again, part of today's theming has a big part of today's builds was there's more than one way to build things, even though I built two things in very similar ways. Just for one, I used 2x4 posts, and on the other, I used 4x4 posts. The reasoning for different material choices was purely because of load. This is literally a small, little, portable, whirly aroundy laundry sorting cart versus the platform that I made. So since I am a believer in showing projects, because what's the point of building projects if you don't show them off a bit? That's a project. Man, this other project's a lot lighter. Even though I think this project has more metal in it. Because of the casters. Oh. Today. Be a bit careful. How's that? But there it is. A platform for a washing machine, followed up by a platform for sorting laundry on. Also, I really love these casters. Gosh, how many projects have I put on casters? Because the table saw stand is on that set of casters. I got 1 project, 2 projects. There's more. Oh, 1, 2, oh, 2 more. At least 4 in the shop. So that makes 5. The garden. Gosh, what did I call that thing? The garden platform? I think that also has the same brand of casters, so yeah. If you have good casters, Use them. You'll be thankful you had good casters. So yeah, this was actually a good little bit of shop time. Like, not fancy projects, not... Oh my gosh, look how incredibly amazing this furniture is. This is literally pieces of plywood connected to another piece of plywood with commonly dimensioned materials. Now, granted, I use cedar because I have tons of scrap cedar, so I'm trying to eat up as much scrap cedar as I can. If you have pine is fine. But yeah, this is a good day. This has been a really good day. Okay. Is there anyone... Is there anyone live doing anything interesting? Ah, okay. That's neat, but I don't know. Oh, wait. Did you flash? Alright. Ah. Ah! Okay, lights off. Kind of lamp giving me a little bit extra light. Okay. Let's see. What's happening? Okay. You know what? I got that off. Good. So I'm gonna be chilling out in this feller's stream. His name's Hal. He's cool peoples. So he apparently is playing Magic the Gathering on the Dreamcast. So I would like to say this has been Tsuki Yamagawa. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. This was a pretty fun, neat, quick project. Well, 2 quick projects to get knocked out. So I hope all of you have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. The weekend is almost here. Make sure you get yourselves a nice weekend. And I'll see you all around in the next one. Bye-bye.